Hi, in this video we will see about digital data transmission in data communication and networking. I am Devaraj, 3rd BSc Computer Science Department, A section. Digital data transmission. Digital data transmission has two ways to transmit data bits. Here the ways are parallel transmission and serial transmission. Let's move on to the parallel transmission. Parallel transmission. In this method, the binary bits 0s and 1s are organized into groups of n bits each. Basically, computer observes its data by binary digits. 1 byte is equal to 8 bits. So, in this method, to send 1 byte of data, we must need 8 separate lines for each bits. Both receiver and sender are connected in parallel. In this method, sender sends 8 bits at a time and the receiver receives 8 bits at a time. Both computers distinguish between high and low order data lines. Both computer differentiates high order data lines from low order data lines. The sender sends all the bits at once on all lines. Because the data lines are equal to the number of bits in a group or data frame, a complete group of bits is sent in one go. Now we are going to see the advantages and disadvantages of parallel transmission. First, we will see the advantages. High speed. As we have seen that parallel transmission sends all the bits at once on all lines. Therefore, it is high speed. And second one is, mechanism is conceptually simple one. It uses n wires to send n bits at one time. So, there is no collage and also there is no difficulties to send the data. Now, we will move on to the disadvantages. Cost of wires is equal to the number of bits. It requires n number of wires to send n number of data. For example, if we want to send 8 bits of data, it requires 8 wires to send the data, so cost will increase for wires. Now we will move on to the second method, that is called serial transmission. Here bits are sent one after another in a queue manner. The data bits are sent one by one in a queue line. It requires only one communication channel. It requires only one communication channel to send and receive the data. Serial transmission can be either asynchronous or synchronous. Let's see what is asynchronous and what is synchronous. First, we will see asynchronous serial transmission. In asynchronous serial transmission, there is no importance of timing. Timing is no matter in asynchronous serial transmission because it sends the data in a queue manner, so we don't worry about timing. It helps the receiver recognize the start and end data bits. There is a huge advantage in asynchronous serial transmission. We can easily find out where the data will be started and where it is going to be end. And here is the 0 is the start bit and 1 is the stop bit. And now we will move on to the synchronous serial transmission. In synchronous serial transmission, timing is important. There is no mechanism followed to recognize start and end data bits. We seen early the asynchronous serial transmission has the start bits and end data bit, but in synchronous serial transmission there are no start bits and end data bits. There is no pattern or prefix suffix method. In synchronous serial transmission there is no pattern how to send the data bits. Data bits are sent in burst mode. In synchronous serial transmission, data bits are sent in burst mode without maintaining gap between bytes. Single burst of data bits may contain a number of bytes. Because of timing is very important in synchronous serial transmission, it may contain a number of bytes. It separates bits into bytes because receiver easily recognizes the data bits. Advantages. Synchronous serial transmission basically faster than asynchronous serial transmission. So it is naturally fast. It has no overhead of extra header and footer bits. because there is no start and end data bits. I hope you are all understand what is synchronous and asynchronous serial transmission. Thank you.